Okay, Lovey, what do we have today?
How do you change your mindset?
Well, the very first step in changing your mindset is accepting the fact that it needs to change. And that has to come within. I mean, other people can point to the fact that, hey, you need to look at changing your mindset, but you have to be the one to decide that your mindset doesn't fit the person you want to be. And so the very first step in changing your mindset is accepting that you need to change your mindset, but that change has to come because you want to change. If you're changing for somebody else, you're never going to complete the change. You're never going to become the person you want because you're not becoming the person you want. You're becoming the person somebody else wants. Now, you may want to become a better you because it's better for your children, your spouse, your love life, your job, whatever your reasoning is. That may be a consequence, so to speak. It's a good consequence, but it may be a consequence of you changing your mindset. But it's that acceptance that I'm not who I want to be. And in order to change, in order to become that person who I want to be, I have to change something as fundamental as how I look at the world. Whether it's I have a tendency to be a negative Nanny, and I have to check that initial instinct. We go back, we talk sometimes about my anxiety disorder. Well, I realize that much of the world, my initial interpretation is skewed. I don't want to call it inaccurate because, it's how my body perceives the world, but has its own perspective. It's an unnatural fear. You have fear of everything. In a sense, is what an anxiety disorder is. You live on the edge of your fight or flight mode all the time. And you can't interpret the world as that. That's an inaccurate way to interpret the world. Most of the time when you're ordering a cheeseburger, there's no fight or flight involved. But I will sometimes get that response. It's an inappropriate response. And I have to consciously say, no, I'm ignoring that response. It's not real, and go on to the more rational responses. But it took a long time to accept that I needed to change that mindset. I didn't realize it was wrong. I thought everybody on the planet had that same worldview. They just dealt with it better than me. I didn't realize until my 30s. And so it doesn't matter when you realize that your mindset is wrong or that it's just not giving you the exact interpretation of the world that works, that there's something askew. The first step is in accepting that. And it's not a failure as a human being. It's just, the way we are. Life is a journey. It's not about successes and failures. It's about taking the next step, becoming a better human being. Loving yourself is part of that. And that is your daily dose of love.